There is an energy in the air. And I know you can feel that energy because it is like a chaotic energy. It's that penetrating energy is what it is. It is circulating. It's like a great big, it's like a dementor. Truly, if you ever seen a Harry Potter movie, how the dementors just go around in the air like that. They just fly around and around and around and around and around and around and around. They go where they stop, nobody knows. It's really what it feels like. The energy out there, there is no escaping it. It's like if it can find a crack, if it can find a crevice, that energy is coming through. No matter where you're at, it's going to try to get to you. It's in others. It's on others. It's in others. It's in the air. It's like a mist that falls. Let's think about that. A mist that falls, and or it's like that Twilight Zone where they got that instrument and they're turning the dial. Truly, it's like they're turning the dial with their little antennae over the city, and they're changing the frequency so the people can get on edge and everything like that. I'm hearing so many reports of people. They done lost it. They flying off the handle, you all. They are. They're very irritated, aggravated. It's everywhere. And the devil's on the prowl. The devil's on the prowl. He comes to kill, steal, destroy, is what he does. Gina, the devil doesn't exist. The negative energy is on the prowl. It comes to kill, steal, and destroy and try to take away your positive energy that you got on the inside of your being, is what it's trying to do. And if it is successful, it will neutralize that positive energy and it will turn it into negative. You don't want that to happen, you all. You do not. So there really truly is no escaping the energy that is out there because it is out there. Even though you can look at today and you think, oh, it's got all blue skies out here. Nothing but blue skies. It looks so peaceful. But looks are deceiving, you all, in the world. Everything may look whatever, but the comments, even with those power outages and stuff, it's a dysfunctional. With the power outages and stuff, of course they're going to do load sharing with grid systems. But if you ask yourself, if you have not been informed that throughout the summer months and the winter months that your electric company will be doing load sharing, and all of a sudden you have your power being blacked out, brownouts in certain parts of the world, if they didn't inform you ahead of time, you see this and it stays out for a while and stuff, you think, what's really going on? Yeah, hello. They got the sludge we live in today. It's toxic. It's hard to function in the Mr. Code. Mr. Code. Everything is dysfunctional, toxic sludge we live in today. It is toxic. It's hard to function in the slime. That's quite descriptive, and I would have to agree. It is very hard to do that. Even if you had waders on, you would barely be able to move. Oh my goodness gracious, you feel it in your whole house. And you is up and down all night and your husband and the baby and stuff. I believe you. I truly do believe you. It is everywhere. It is like it's piercing through. Just think of the darkness with like this, I don't know, just think of like a big old plastic thing, and the darkness is pressing its face up against into our rim, and sometimes it's coming through. It really is. That energy, it is relentless. That's right. Boom. It's going to keep on coming and keep on, it's going to keep on growing. Yeah, that's what's up. You just tuning in is very thick, you all. You told yourself earlier this week something ain't right. And you're right, something ain't right. And I think let's just don't say I think. I believe that something major is going to go down. It's already going down and they know it. It's already There are things, I can say this. Hey, Rosie, honey, you look like a little baby. Are you down there, little girl? Her's her mommy. Her's a sweetheart. Does her want to go in the house? You can. Come on, let's go, Rosie. You can do it. You want to go in the house? Come on, I'll hold the door open for you, Rosie. Come on, you can do it. Come on, you want to eat? Come on, Rosie, you can go in. Come on. It's okay. I'm not ready yet. I believe that something's already happening behind the scenes. It is. Things are already playing out because there is going to be, remember a long time ago? Well, it wasn't a long time ago. It was months ago. It was within this year, I think it was, when it happened. I was on a live stream and we was feeling the energy that was out there. And something had came through. Come on, Rosie, honey, you get in the house because you're a baby. Come on, you can do it. Rosie, look, I opened the door for you, honey. The energy that was out there, well, she didn't want to go in, but she's going to have to stay out there because she's playing around. Gina, quit your, the energy that was out there, I was describing what I was feeling. And it was as if we were able to tap into what was out there. And it was like these scientists knew what was here. They knew what had happened. Something had came in and they could not open their mouth. They would not open their mouth because if they did, I don't know, if something came in, something massive came in is what happened, some energy. There is a game changer energy out here. You are, hello. The sun is blasting right now. Peace from the southwest of Eden, Sweden. That's great. It is. No, you are. This is the energy. It's there is no escaping it. There are things already happening behind the scenes. There is a shift in the power structure, but the shift in the power structure has set things in motion, and things are already beginning to change. And it is true. Like you have the right wing, the left wing of the same bird, but then the scales were unbalanced like this. Truly. If the bird is in the sky and it's flying like that, you got to balance out the wings in order for it to coast. Because right now, when it's like that, it's only going in one direction and probably going around in a circle and a circle and a circle and a circle. Two wings of the same bird. You got to balance it out. It's going to be bumpy. It's like an airplane when you're going in for a landing. And it's going like that, and it's doing like that when it's landed because of the turbulence, but it knows it's got to land. And when it's landing, you can feel it, and it's all bumpy and stuff, and you're holding on for dear life. Hello, you're just tuning in. There is something happening, and you're not sure what's going to go through. It's worse here in Texas. Musk is doing something in Austin. You are 1 hour from Austin, and energy is so thick. Isn't it wonderful that you can feel the energy? Hello, Applebrooks, honey. It is nice. Well, look what I'm wearing. I was down in the basement. And now I've had my bib coveralls on. I just put shorts on over them, and I put my one boots on. I love these boots right here. If you can find any, I would really encourage you to get them. They're very, very durable boots. Hold on, I gotta look at her. What's she doing? She's looking at a bee. Rosie, you want your mouth stung by that bee? Do you want to have your mouth stung? You do not eat bees. You do not. That wasp will sting your mouth, honey. And we already been there, done that. What was I saying? Forgot what I was saying. You're keeping it truthful. It is truthful. Hey, no, see, look at her. She's distracted. No, see, I gotta get this, whatever this is, I need to get it out of the way so Rosie does not get stung in the mouth. Look at her. She's trying to, no, Rosie, honey. I'm going to pick that bee up, and it's going to get, no, because you will not quit playing, Rosie. Come on, can you get on here? I'm going to try the bee to get on here. I want this bee to get on here, you all, because Rosie wants to bite it, and she's going to get stung in her mouth. Yeah, how you like that, Rosie? How you like that? No, I don't got time for that, Rosie. No, honey, you're a little girl. Let me come up here, see if I can remember my train of thought. There are things happening behind the scenes. They're already playing out because there is a shift in power. There is a Yeah, oh yeah, we did a video a while back. It was about the old guard. The old guard has to relinquish control, is what it is, because what they were doing ain't working. That's what it was. The old guard. It's been ripped out of their hands and they don't like it and they're very angry. Truly angry. You may not believe like in these like white hats and stuff like that, but they do exist. And the power structure on this earth literally has been unbalanced. Unbalanced, and it's literally like this. They're bringing it back down. They're trying to balance it out. It needs balance out, but it's going to be very painful. You're going to feel it. You are going to feel it when it starts balancing out. Hello. When you're thinking about something important and all of a sudden something comes, yes, that's right, Mr. Code. That's how it's taking. I was talking about the comfortable boots. Thank you. Yeah. These boots right here, they are, Arats. Can you see it? Let me see. Ararat boots. They got the thread on them right there. They're leather. They got no skid right here. Wonder what's happening right here. They're no skid. They got really good support. They're leather. They're very, very durable. They're the best boots I've ever found. And I used to have to walk on concrete floor all the time and stand on my feet on a second shift job. And these were perfect. But I use them out in the yard and I use them hiking and everything like that. Oh, thank you. Yeah, someone else had a birthday yesterday. And happy birthday to you. And if you have a birthday today, happy birthday to you also. The energy is very thick and it's relentless. And it's going to only accelerate is what's going to happen. If you're just tuning in, you want good sturdy boots, I'll get you some good sturdy shoes. You can go to the thrift stores and stuff. Look for sturdy shoes for you. They'll be a whole lot cheaper. And good sturdy clothing. You don't want no flimsy clothing. You want material that you can wear because winter is coming and you're going to need some warm clothes. You're going to need some clothes aren't really thin. You get some cotton, it's good for your body too. Can you feel the energy, you all? The blue beams like they did in Hawaii, you need boots. You need boots. You feel like an absolute feelings of yes, yes. The energy is shifting on this earth. Wow, the comment section's really, they literally throttling the comment section on here. I want you all to know that because I was praying on this YouTube channel, the times that I did, YouTube literally, they have shadow banned this channel, is what they've had. And that goes to tell you that this war is a spiritual battle. It's a spiritual warfare is what it is. You can't be praying. You cannot be tapping into the spiritual realm. Only they can tap into the spiritual realm, whoever they are. And it's the ones who are behind the scenes, the darkness, who work for the darkness, whoever they are. They put the guidelines down. It starts in the White House. It starts in the government. The government will tell the big companies like Google and YouTube and stuff, if you want to operate in our country, these are the things that you have got to promote on the YouTube channel. You give them precedence. They have a group of subject matters and stuff like that. And the things that they do not want promoted, they have to put them down on the totem pole, way down. They have to put them way down. Even though they don't go against community guidelines, you do not give them precedence. Those guidelines are set forth by those people up there. That's what they did. But that's all going to change. It's all going to change in the future. There's going to be a lot of clamping down on a lot of things. It's okay. Y'all got to just hang in there. You got to take the good with the bad. Even though you may not want to take the good with the bad, you got to take the good with the bad in this world. Because we live in the world with the bad and we live in the world with the good. Some people might say, you know, I see a lot of bad, Gina, and I see a lot of good, but it seems like the bad is growing. The darkness is growing. Oh, it is growing, but you're growing too, because your senses are growing, your spiritual gifts are growing. It's good that you can tap into the spiritual realm and you can feel how thick the energy is. That means you are literally waking up and that pineal gland is working. Yeah. I'm just looking at a feather. I think if Rosie probably got a bird. Hello. Yeah. Oh, you're so welcome. Gracious Heavenly Father, may you be with each and every one of us, and may you give us the strength to endure what is in our lives and what is to come. And may you bring us through and just be with everyone else who may not know how to pray, everyone who needs prayer. I pray may you be with them and to strengthen them and be with all those who have been affected by the hurricanes and stuff. And thank you for giving us this channel, a spiritual channel to pray. And because it does make a difference in the spiritual realm. In the name of precious Jesus, amen. It does. It makes a difference in the spiritual realm to be able to pray. There's no reason why you can't exercise your spiritual gifts for good when the other side is exercising their spiritual gifts for bad, because they're exercising bad spiritual gifts. You believe in black magic? That's what they use, black magic. And that's not good at all. It's terrible energy. You gotta combat that. If you combat stuff like that, if you fight in the spiritual realm against energy itself. Some people are prayer warriors. Some people have the gift of healing. Some people have the gift of intercession. There's many gifts, but a lot of people may not be using their gifts, even though they know they got their gifts. But they may have had to pull their gifts back from them because of the world that we lived in, where they shun people and say it's not appropriate to use your spiritual gifts. They literally wanted to literally cap people from praying. You don't pray. You don't speak about God. You don't do this and you don't do that. You are to be silent. That's truly what it is. Your voice is to be silent while they give the voice to the other people. That's the world that we live in. But that's soon going to be changing. It is. You'll have freedom of speech for a little while longer. It may be a few years, but the time is going to come when that freedom of speech, it's going to change again. It is. It's going to fall into the wrong hands. I'm not just saying it. In the future, it will fall into. They may not be real hands. May not, but you'll be able to survive it. You will. As long as you don't give up, it's going to be very tough, but you cannot give up. You are, no matter what comes your way. And I know it's tough for a lot of people because a lot of people are going through their own personal struggles right now with their jobs, their families, their health, everything, their friends, their loved ones, and just even turning on the news and seeing all the stuff. It is traumatizing. And it's psychological warfare on every front. It is psychological, it is spiritual, and there's seems like it's hard to escape it because you may look to hear something positive, something encouraging, and it's few and far between. It really is. It's few and far between. It's happening because a lot of people are going through a lot of things and they don't have very much positive things to say, and they want to be able to hear something that will make them feel better, and there's nothing wrong with that. You want to hear something encouraging that will lift your spirits because you're tired of the chaos is out there. I'm tired of hearing about it too. It's like they shoving it in our faces. It is. Yeah, thank you. Inner Liberation Healing. I think that's a wonderful YouTube name. Inner Liberation Healing. It feels very liberating just saying it to the inside of my being. Inner Liberation Healing. Yeah, that's right. We can do it. When you heal, that enemy can't get in there. If you heal yourself completely and then fortify that healing, keep it out, keep that energy out, you all. Keep it completely out, you all. The energy is very thick. Please give this video a thumbs up if you are watching and hit the subscribe button. I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to, even though you may subscribe, they're probably going to unsubscribe you. And they probably ain't going to give you the ability to give the videos a thumb up or anything like that too. That's to be expected. But I'll still keep going and I'll call it out. I will. I'll call it out. It's not just me. It's everybody else too who are of a certain type of frequency. They're coming under increasing pressure to be silenced, especially leading up to the days of the election and stuff and what will happen afterward. And it's not going to be pretty. It's not. I saw some comments said that people were already in hotels. They already got the people lined up to do something, and it's not the one side, it's the other side. They've already got it all set up because they know how it's going to end. Gina, you sound pretty confident, and I really do feel within my spirit that there's going to be a great change that's coming. And that great change is, even if you want that great change, it's going to affect you in a negative way. You're going to feel the pain from it too. You are. There's no other way to say it. There isn't. No other way to say it. I wish I could say it better, but there isn't. It's literally going to be spiritual worldwide earthquake. Yeah, you're going to be shook up. I'm going to be shook up too. I know I will be. But you won't fall apart. You won't fall apart with the spiritual earthquake, worldwide spiritual earthquake. You'll be shook up and you may get nauseous at times. And your nerves may get rattled, but you will not fall apart. You'll still be able to, you'll have the love on the inside of you that'll be able to hold you together. It is not going to be pleasant, you all. It's not. We all need to manifest what we want, to keep putting it out there as it works, and it will be painful, but we can do it. Yes, we can do it. We can do it. We can. I like that inner liberation healing. We can do it, or we wouldn't be here, and we wouldn't be able to speak about it. The subject matter would not even come into our mind if we couldn't do it, and if it wasn't going to be possible, it would not even enter our minds. The words wouldn't even come out. You have to ask yourself, how come some words come out? Even when those words you would not even use together in a sentence, how would they come out unless it's from the spiritual realm anyhow? Yeah, it's like a download and stuff. It is. We live in a fallen world. That's right. We do. It's fell. It's probably going to fall a little bit more too. It's okay. It is. To deal with the heavy and dark energy, you've got to magnify the name of the Lord at all time, even when you sleep. That is the best way to protect yourself. If a person doesn't mean it, if their heart's not in it, it won't do any good. They've got to have their whole heart in it. Whole heart. It's got to come from right there. Truly it does. Because it's the Lord that tests the heart. It's the Lord, it's God who knows what you mean and what you don't mean. Yeah. You can say what you want, all you want, with a smile on your face. You go through the actions, dress the part, play it. But then you're full of dead man's bones, like a whitewashed tomb on the inside of your being. That's what it says, a whitewashed tomb on the inside of your being, you all. It's okay. You just got to keep going, you all. The energy is so heavy out there. It is, and it's relentless. It's not going to stop. It's only going to grow. You've got to prepare yourself for that. And you've got to prepare yourself spiritually. You've got to prepare yourself physically. I know people say, this too shall pass. This too shall pass. It's all hype. Nothing's going to happen. Well, things are already happening. Things have already happened, and people's lives got destroyed. And there's talk of another lockdown. Have you heard that? Talk of another lockdown that is coming too. And even like a grid down. I mean, are you seeing anything in the news or anything about grid failure? Or I know there's food shortages that are coming. They haven't caught up with you yet. And the things are getting smaller. They're getting even smaller in the store. The products are. And the prices are tripling. With the food chain reaction game, we did a video on this channel. It's probably been 3, 4 years ago, maybe 5, when Obama was president. He had them all come to the White House, and the leaders of the country played the food chain reaction game, and they had the various scenarios, and they all got in their groups. And inflation was one of them. Inflation was to soar up to 400 or 500 some odd percent. And it went into 2025 and I think 2026. They had calamities, they had war, they had sickness, they had all kinds of scenarios. But the inflation went way up there in the 400s. And it was a while before it started coming back down. Yeah, thank you. It is a happy birthday, despite the energy that's out there. It's a happy birthday. You can be aware of the energy, but don't let it bring you down and paralyze you to where you can't do nothing, to where you don't feel like doing nothing except giving up. You cannot give up, you all. You can't. Don't give up. Don't. When you give up, it lessens, it dims your light, and it makes other people's light goes dim when you give up, because it's not encouraging to others. You can't give up. You got to hold the line. You got to keep your light shining. You do. And if you're in a family and you're the strong one in the family, don't don't go into a downward spiral, especially if you have children and weaker people in your family. Don't go in a downward spiral. They need encouragement. You can say encouraging things. You can say, I know it's going to get bad, but it's okay. We're going to be able to make it. You can say it. It's going to get bad. It's going to get real, real, real bad. Don't do that and offer no hope with it. It's going to get bad, but you're going to be able to make it. You need to let your children know. You need to let your spouse know, your friends know, your loved ones know, your parents know. Even though it may get bad, we're going to be able to make it. Somehow, some way, we're going to make it. And some people will say, well, the Lord will provide. The Lord will watch over us. I can hold my hand up, and I can hold it up high, and I can say, if it was not God, if God was not intervening in my life, I would not be here. From every single hard time that I went through, I can raise my hand that God has brought me through every single hard time in my life. Every single one. Even the ones I got myself into brought me through. Was it painful? Yeah, but I made it through. I can literally, I could raise both hands high, because if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't have made it here. I would not be here today. Yeah, I believe in that verse. I have never saw the righteous forsaken, nor their seed begging for bread. I wholeheartedly believe in that. I've seen it. I felt it. I've personally. Yeah. It's all a heart thing, you all. It truly is. It's, you got to get the love in your heart. You truly got to get the love in your heart. You got to get yourself grounded. You do. Some people will say, well, you got to accept Jesus in your heart. You got to get God in your heart. Sometimes all it takes is one encouraging word from somebody to literally turn a person's life around and to relight that light that went out on the inside of them. All it takes is just one person, the right person, to literally turn that little flicker into a great big flame. That's right. Just a little bitty flicker into a poof on the inside. It's like they're on fire, man. Look at that person. They are on fire. That's what happens. It does. Something gets to somebody, and somebody says one thing. It could be a good fire, or it could be a bad fire. All it takes is seeing something, hearing something, and boom, poof, on the inside of you, you are on fire. You got a mission. No matter what that mission is, it happens to a lot of people. Yeah, it does. And nobody's going to put that out. Yeah. Chief Kashif. That's wonderful. There's 350 bunkers that are 50 stories deep in the country. And how many all over the world? Probably a whole lot more. You have, yeah, you are. You've got to hang in there, please. if you've got to let the love grow on the inside, and the only way you let that love grow, you got to let it, because sometimes we block that love from growing on the inside of us. We don't feed it. We don't allow anyone else to feed it. We don't feed the love. We don't consume things with our ears, see good things with our eyes, speak good things. You've got to let it grow. You got to grow in love. You do. You got to get those roots of your love on the inside of you growing deep. And you don't want no bitter root. If you consume negative media all the time, and all you hear somebody complaining all the time, it's going to wear you down. It is going to wear you down. And if you do talks of self-defeat, stop it. Because that's exactly what you're doing. You yourself are defeating yourself on the inside. You're literally putting out the light yourself. If you're sitting there talking down to yourself, you're putting out your own light. Gina, people can't do it. They can do it. They can put out their own light. Don't do it. You want your light to grow. You truly do want your light to grow. The energy's thick. It's really thick, and the darkness is going to get thicker. You've got to have your light to be able to pierce through the darkness. You do. You got to have all your spiritual senses intact, so you can feel what's out there, so you can see, so you can be that light in the darkness. Somebody's going to have to see that light. Somebody's going to be looking for that light, because maybe their light is not bright enough. And that's the case that people are finding out nowadays. Their light's not bright enough, and they want their light to get brighter, but they need help. They do. Well, Gina, they can look to God, they can look to Jesus, can make it. Well, they can look to others too. God works in mysterious ways, and God works through others. Does God not? That's right. God is not confined to just praying. No, God is everywhere. God is love. You can find God everywhere. Everywhere. Even in the least suspected places. God can use anything to change anybody. Anything. Anything. Brother Wendell said, is there anything too impossible for God? That's what Brother Wendell said. Is there anything too impossible for God? Is there anything impossible for God? Absolutely not. There's not nothing. We would like to put limitations on God and limits on God. People do that. Well, God ain't going to help me. There's no hope. Then you don't even have faith. You got to let your faith grow. Don't put limits on yourself. Don't put limits on God. You got to hold out for the miracle. You got to expect a miracle when you're praying. You got to believe what you're praying in. Your heart's got to be in the right place. Be careful what you pray for, because when you really mean it, and it may not be what is best for you, but you truly, really, really mean it, you may get what you want, but you may find out it's not what you needed. But then you got what you wanted. You got to be careful, you all. I'm going to go. I'm talking too much. The energy's really thick, and it's going to get thicker. It is, and but you can make it. You can truly make it. Rosie, honey, where did you go? Because I don't see you no more out here, Rosie. Come on. Come on, Rosie, honey. I know you're out here. Or did I let you in the house? I'm going to go. Thank you, Apple Brooks, honey. Thank you all for your comments. Please hang in there. Please. We need each other. We need everybody needs their light shining bright. And if yours is a little dim, you hang in there, because the longer you hang in there, the stronger your light will become. It will. Because you're not giving up. So it grows. It grows. The longer you hang in there, when you don't give up, the stronger your light, the stronger the flame on the inside of you becomes. So I'm going to go. Gracious Heavenly Father, may you help everyone grow in the way that they need to go, and may you keep their light shining brightly, and may you just give them the courage, the strength, the faith, the need that they need, the grace, just be with all of us, and may you heal everyone who needs healed in the name of precious Jesus. Amen. So I'm going to go, and with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world, hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. That's right, you all, you can do it. Just don't give up. Is it going to be tough? Yep. But you can do it. You're strong enough. You've made it through a whole lot of stuff in your life, and you're going to make it through a lot more. Don't give up. Don't give up.